How big company scandals can shake share price. Hello traders, this is Igor from FX Degree YouTube channel. Today, for some of you, this video will be boring because I will talk about big corporate scandal and how share price can reach price close to $0 in just a couple months. So let me start from beginning. The first thing that I wrote in this article is that the big corporate scandal involves significant relations with the company involvement in non-ethical practice, fraud, and misconduct that severely damages reputation and stakeholder trust. So in this article, we'll talk about financial manipulation, misleading accounting methods, engaging in unethical and illegal business activities, or failure to protect sensitive data. So let me start from the list. I made a list of the 15 companies: Enron, WorldCom, Lehman Brothers, Bernard Madoff investment scandal, Satyam scandal, BP oil spill, Siemens bribery scandal, Apple, well-known pharmaceutical, Volkswagen emission scandal, Kobe Steel, Equifax data breach, Uber, Facebook, and Theranos. So this is my list of 15 biggest corporate scandals, and I will try to talk a little bit each of them. So the first thing that I want to talk is Enron. And I know that for a lot of you, this was really a long time ago, but this scandal is maybe one of the first biggest scandals in 21st century. So just a little background. The Enron was founded in 1985 and grew from a natural gas pipeline company into biggest energy commodities and services company. And it was the largest natural gas and electricity marketer in the United States. And this is important. The revenue was $101 billion in 2000. So can imagine what's happened there. So what was the Enron collapse? Enron financial instability was revealed, leading to crisis of confidence among investors. And the price peaked from $90 per share to only $1 in the end of November 2021. And how that happens? The company accounting method was mark to mark, and what they did, they allowed the company to hide billions of dollars in debt from failed deals and projects. So the most important thing that just here we can see is that the stock price from the $90 per share in mid-20s to just only $1 by end of November 2001. And this is the really one of the biggest scandals ever in the beginning of the 21st century. The next one is the WorldCom big scandal. So first I want just to give you a few sentences about WorldCom. What was the catch there? Because of the improper accounting, there were about 11 billion expenses in WorldCom management under Bernard Ebbers, classified operating expenses as a capital to maintain its stock price and meet the Wall Street expectations. So they just exaggerated revenue through various accounting tricks, including creating bogus accounting entries and transferring a cost to capital accounts. These practices were designed to hide the company's real financial health, and the health is because of the bursting of the dot-com bubble and competition in telecommunications sector. We had a collapse in June of 2002 when the company disclosed that it had improperly accounted for more than $3.8 billion in expenses. And on the July 21, 2002, they are unable to secure additional financing and facing a mounting debts, so they went to the bankruptcy. So what's happened here? Bernard Ebbers sentenced to 25 years in prison, and we had a WorldCom regulatory response after that, and that we see that the WorldCom scandal remains one of the most significant instances of the corporate fraud history. So the scandal highlighted the need for a stronger regulator oversight and reforms in accounting practices, contributing to a more cautious and regulated corporate environment in the years that coming. The next thing that I after this, maybe one of the biggest scandal, and I know this is the scandal that you maybe know most of anything, because there a movie, A Big Short, and that movie you could see Lehman Brothers big corporate scandal. So it was related with the 2008 big crisis, and what is the most important thing there, Lehman Brothers downfall was a significant exposure to subprime and other low-rated mortgage tranches when the housing bubble burst. And as the real estate market declined in 2007 and 2007, Lehman investments in mortgage-backed security rapidly lost value. So because the real estate market crashed, we have the situation that reached a critical point in September 2008 when Lehman reported a loss of $3.9 billion, and after that went to the bankruptcy. So the fall of Lehman Brothers is often cited as a pivotal event in the 2008 financial crisis. And after that, we got regulation and everything in this industry, in the whole US financial industry. And of course, the next thing is the, as you know, Bernard Madoff investment scandal. Of course, again, 2008, as you can see the pattern, usually during the crisis, we can see a lot of big scandals. And Bernard Madoff is a former chairman of NASDAQ Stock Exchange. He was the mastermind behind a Ponzi scheme considered as the most significant financial fraud in U.S. history. So Madoff operation was exposed not as a testament to investment understanding, but as a classical Ponzi scheme. So Madoff used the capital from new investors to pay returns to earlier investors. So, I will repeat, Madoff used the capital from the new investors to pay returns to earlier investors. And this is the classical Ponzi scheme. And there was a collapse during the big crisis 2008. And Bernard Madoff was charged with 11 federal felonies, including security fraud, wire fraud, mail fraud, money laundering, etc., etc. So this is the something that shake America a lot. Satyam big corporate scandal 2009. So Satyam Computer Services was in India. IT industry was a massive corporate scandal. It broke in 2009. As you can see, it's correlated with a big crisis in 2008. The problem that we saw there was that Raju admitted the Satyam balance sheet contained inflated figures for cash and bank balances. And he admitted the fraud approximately of $1.47 billion. And it's the largest corporate frauds in India. So this collapse, Satyam shares dropped dramatically after that. And it was the bankruptcy for this company. And it was really, in India, this is, I think, the largest big corporate scandal. And I think that till today, we do not have any other bigger case than this. Then we have a BP oil spill, and known as a Deepwater Horizon oil spill. It was in 2010. What's happened there? The incident involved an offshore drilling rig in Deepwater Horizon, leased by the oil giant British Petroleum. And the rig was situated approximately 21 miles off the coast of Louisiana, drilling exploratory well depth about 5,000 feet in McConder prospects. And you can see the picture there. There was an explosion, claimed the lives of the 11 workers are injured, several others, and it was the initial blowout, and this was the catastrophic environmental impact here. And we had oil covered thousands of square miles of ocean surface, affecting marine life, contaminating the shores of the Gulf states. And after that, the U.S. government makes some moves, and this was really, I can tell this is one of the biggest environmental scandal that we could see in the history. Now we have a Siemens bribery big corporate scandal. The Siemens bribery scandal come to light following investigation by the U.S. Department. It was uncovered that Siemens has been engaged in corrupt practices for many years, using slush funds to bribe government officials, secure public contracts, and market advantages globally. And the investigation revealed that Siemens had paid around 1.4 billion in bribes. So just look this number, paid, and 1.4 billion in bribes, including Argentina, Israel, Venezuela, China, Nigeria, Russia. So this is I think the biggest bribe scandal in the world. And after that, the Siemens just was not bankruptcy there, but after that, Siemens had a lessons learned, and after that, they changed the global business community, and after that, Siemens emerged a corporate compliance and started to and became today an ethical leader. So this is the good lesson for Siemens, and I think the biggest bribe scandal in history. Apple big corporate scandal in 2012. So it was more reports and allegations that suffers about labor abuses and poor working conditions in factories operated by suppliers in China. And this was a scandal, I think, more ethical scandal than anything else. But I put it on the list because in this can be a big problem in future for a lot of companies. And Apple's CEO at the time, Tim Cook, stated that the company is committed to ensuring that all workers in supply chain are treated with dignity and respect. And after that, they improve everything and make a good Apple legacy. After that, underscore the importance of consumer awareness and advocacy in pushing change in the role of external audits and certification and promoting labor rights and safe work conditions. So the next is Valeant Pharmaceuticals big corporate scandal. So in this scandal, the company had increased through a series of acquisitions focusing on buying smaller drug companies, slashing their operating cost and increasing the price of the medicines. And this is the scandal that's different than other scandals. This is not a mistake. This is just a try to have a monopoly in the market. And of course, there was accounting irregularities, and after that, everything that led to further investigations to regulatory bodies, and everything is revealed as a complex web of internet strategies to mislead investors in manipulated drug pricing. So after that, Valeant stock price declined and rebranding. So they change and improve themselves after this scandal. So you know this scandal if you are a car lover, because Volkswagen emissions big corporate scandal in 2015. So it's about they had a software known as a defeat device enabled to vehicles to detect when they were being tested and temporarily reduce emissions to comply with the US standard. However, on the road, these vehicles emitted nitrogen oxides up to 40 times that legal limit and harmed the environment. So this software was a little trick, but that trick changed a lot, a big penalty, over $30 billion. Of course, Volkswagen survived, but this penalty over $30 billion is really big. Next corporate scandal is Kobe Steel, big corporate scandal. The Kobe Steel Ltd. from Japan is the oldest and most steel makers company. And what's happened there? The company disclosed that it has systematically altered inspection certificates for aluminum, copper, steel products to meet specification required by clients. Even the products were not up to standard. And this is the big scandal related to quality. So after that, Kobe Steel prompted a global review of components, and the scandal highlighted the vulnerabilities in the global supply chains. And the company just had problem with stock price, reported a huge financial loss. But after that, they changed everything, create some kind of legacy, and after that, the scandal prompted a broader reflection on corporate ethics and government's practice, leading to increased scrutiny of supply chain and renewed phases of transparency and accountability in the business operation. Now, another big scandal is Equifax data breach. So the scandal was in 2017, and this is the new way of the scandal related to data breach. So the information accessed by hackers include social security numbers, birthdays, addresses, a driver license, a huge data break. And after that, we had a relation that Equifax data breach led to widespread public outrage, questions, and changed the whole system today. All this compliance that you see started because this big event. After that scandal, all this information that's a keep and save, everything changed. So the legacies that the breach served as a wake-up call for organizations worldwide about the importance of cybersecurity and the need for a prompt action to address known vulnerabilities. Now the next scandal, it's a unique scandal, Uber big corporate scandal from 2017, and this scandal is a range of issues, including corporate culture problems, allegations of sexual harassment, data privacy breaches, unethical business practice, etc., etc. So all that harassment and corporate culture issues, everything, we saw that after the report, and after that they try to change everything, the data privacy, security breach, everything, and all that unethical business practice Uber changed, and they did it 6 years ago. So after that, happens that co-founder and CEO Travis Kalanick resigned in June 2017 because of pressure from investors, and after that the company started to make some kind of form and new reputation management, and today this company improved the data security practice, rebuild the trust, regulation, and of course better cooperation, better culture inside firm. The next thing is the Facebook Cambridge Analytica big corporate scandal for 2018. In this is the correlated with the 2016 US president election and the misuse of data. What's happened here is that the firm obtained personal information from millions of Facebook users for the third-party application, and after that, that affect more than 87 million users. And there was a huge public and regulatory response and legal and financial repercussions. So Facebook paid a big check, but after that increased in efforts to combat misinformation and the foreign interference in elections. So I think that the next election Facebook will be much better than that. And the last scandal, and the maybe most famous because there's a movie in Netflix about this and the whole world talk about this, is my last one, Theranos, big corporate scandal. And as you know, Theranos, once a Silicon Valley sensation, they promised revolution of the healthcare industry with the technology that could conduct a wide range of tests using just a few drops of blood. And it was founded by Elizabeth Holmes in 2003. Company attracted a lot of investors, around $9 billion in one moment. However, after reports revealed that the company blood testing device that called Edison produced unreliable results, and Theranos was using commercial machines for most of tests, and it was, to be clear, it was fake. Elizabeth Holmes, former president, was indicted for multiple charges of wire fraud, conspiracy, accused of engaging in a multi-million-dollar scheme about defraud investors and everything, and she got jail punish. And the most important thing, we see that this legacy of this startup is that ethics is very important business, and maybe the first thing that everyone need to put a finger on the head before do anything before that. The erosion of customer trust, potential loss of business can lead to decreased revenues and earnings, compounding the negative impact on share price. And all these examples that I give, all that companies just price went down, sometimes 10%, 20%, 50%, sometimes 99%, like from the $90 to $1. So as we can see, the scandals can shake really can shake any business. And I remember the Warren Buffett one time that in the Berkshire Hathaway letter, he wrote that you can build a business 37 years, but but you can lose the reputation in just 37 minutes. I remember that sentence, and this is the really, really true. So all companies and all management people need to be caution, need to be ethical. So this is it. I know that this article and this whole video may be boring, but I just wanted to read together with you and just talk about scandals, share prices, and everything. There is a lot of scandals in forex industry, but I wanted to talk about this big corporate scandal, because these big corporate scandals really, really change the market, change us. So I hope that you enjoy. I wish you a great day, and bye bye.